We know that my client arrived back at John O'Keefe's residence at 1 Meadows Ave in Canton at 12:41 a.m. because the Commonwealth produced a voicemail that she left for John, where you can hear the garage door closing, the car door closing, the house door closing while she walked in her high heels on the garage floor. 1 Meadows is about a mile from the Canton Library. We know the video equipment was working because they have that footage from 12:16 a.m. But in the video that the prosecution turned over to us, there is a gap in that video from 12:37 a.m. to 12:39 a.m., which would have been the precise time my client would have been driving back past the library. We know that that footage would show that my client's taillight was still intact at that point because she never struck John O'Keefe with her vehicle. Yet the prosecution has produced a video from the library with that crucial time period missing. This evidence is strictly in their possession. We've been told that the Canton police provided the evidence to them via a share file, the Canton Library provided this evidence to them via a share file link with a guest ID and a guest password. We need that link, that user ID, and that password. We cannot rely on Trooper Michael Proctor, conflicted Michael Proctor, to sanitize exculpatory evidence before sending it to us. We need the original footage. If the Commonwealth answers that that original footage no longer exists, then we'll need an evidentiary hearing to put the relevant parties under oath to find out what happened to it. The bottom line here, Your Honor, is that we've spent 15 months trying to uncover the truth.
The video was provided by the IT director for the town of Canton.
My name is Louis Jutras. I am the Information Systems Manager for the town of Canton.
Now, as far as the video was provided to Trooper Matthew Dunn of the CPAC unit with the District Attorney's Office, that was then shared with Ms. Crawford. It was a person in our office who specifically who deals with forensic and surveillance video and type evidence. It was then archived on our system. Recently, we reached out and spoke to the IT director with the town of Canton again. That share link I tried to send to council, email essentially wouldn't go through. We tried to open it, essentially it won't open. So the link expired within 30 days within 60 days, if not 30 days of it being shared with our office, but the exact information that was provided by the town of Canton was archived by Ms. Crawford, was then provided to council at her arraignment in Superior Court, as well as I was able to download it onto a Citrix file, which I then shared with council earlier this week. So what we have as a video, what exists as a video, what we were given as a video for those relevant time frames was placed onto the archived within our system, was then placed onto a disk, and what's on the disk and what's been provided to council is what we received.
Okay.
Unbelievably, Judge Canoni has no follow-up questions. Upon learning that footage from a functioning camera pointed directly at Karen's vehicle as it drove by has gone inexplicably missing. If she had actually done her job and looked into it way back in the summer of 2023, perhaps 2 expensive trials could have been averted. Somewhere along this chain of custody, the clip was removed. Prosecutor Lally seems to be placing the blame on the IT director.
What's on the disk and what's been provided to council is what we received.
But I'm unconvinced. We now have evidence in the form of an email sent from Michael Proctor to Colleen Crawford, stating, "Thanks for the help on this video," and her response, "My pleasure, Mike." If there was no footage of Karen driving by the library, then what exactly did she help with? The camera is located on the front left side of the library. This is an exact recreation of the video clip from approximately 12:38 a.m. that would show Karen passing through the intersection with a perfectly intact rear right taillight. However, it now appears that Colleen Crawford assisted Michael Proctor in permanently deleting the file. And if she was willing to do that, it strongly suggests she may have also been involved in the other video discrepancies surrounding the case.
You had no reason to believe they weren't okay. A man was dead or dying on their lawn and your sister's not answering the phone. You didn't think there was some reason to believe they could have been in peril? You knew better. You knew she wasn't in peril. You knew that Brian Albert wasn't in peril. You knew what really happened.
The best way to support our channel is by shopping our original artwork and designs at dropmicrodots.com, or to become a valued member at patreon.com/microdots.